Now, this video tutorial looks at the mathematical strand of real number, and more specifically we're going to focus on applying our understanding of mathematics to business applications. So essentially, when we are looking at running a business or looking at business applications in mathematics, we are concerned about two things. One of those things is called our profit, so that's whether we make money, and one of those things is called our loss, whether we lose money. And we use a simple formula to calculate that. Okay, our selling price is the price that we sell an item for, but our cost price is the price that we bought it for. Alright, so you buy something at a cost price and you sell something at a selling price. Now, if the selling price is less than the cost price, you have gained a loss. If the selling price is greater than the cost price, you've gained a profit. So, for example, let's say that we wanted to buy a TV, okay, for $100. We then sold it to a friend. So the TV, we'll put TV over here. So this would be our cost price. We sold it, so our selling price is $130. So therefore, our profit, and we know it's a profit, or our loss, we'll work it out first, and then we'll determine which it is our selling price, which is $130, minus our cost price, which is $100. That's going to give me an answer of $30, and I know it's a positive, which means that it's a profit. If I came out with a negative answer, then I would have had a loss. So sometimes you may be asked to calculate a percentage profit or a percentage loss. In order to do that, we simply calculate whether or not we've got a profit first or we've got a loss first. We do that by using the formula we just went through. So your selling price minus your cost price. Once you've got that, we divide whatever our answer is by our original cost price, okay? And then we multiply by 100 because we know that'll give us our percentage. So let's use the example we had before with our TV. We know we had a $30 profit, okay? And we know the original amount, our cost price was $100. All right, so this is going to be 30 divided by 100 times 100, which is going to give us an answer of a percentage profit of 30%. Sometimes when we're using business applications, we're going to be asked to calculate a discount. Now, a discount is a value that's taken off a selling price to try and get people to buy it. And it's calculated by this formula. The selling price is equal to a marked price, take a discount. So, for example, let's say we didn't buy the TV. So the TV that we were talking about previously, it was selling for $100. We decided not to buy it. So we might wait a few weeks, and if the store doesn't sell it, then potentially they may apply a discount. So let's say the market price is $100. Okay, so we've got $100. They give a discount of $30, which happened to be the profit that we made. Therefore, the selling price is now $70. So the discount is $30. Now, the last thing you're going to need to know about business applications is the implementation of the GST, or the Goods Services Tax. Now, the Goods Services Tax is placed on items that you buy, and it's basically a 10% increase of the selling price of an item. And you'll see this on your receipts. It'll say GST 10% of whatever you're selling, or GST is included in the total price of what you're buying. So, for example, let's go back to our TV example. So we got the TV, we bought it for $100. Now, when we bought it for $100, I failed to say that we needed a 10% GST. Now, so essentially we're adding 10% of 100. We know 10% of 100 is $10. So then our total cost would be $100 plus $10, which would give me $110 for our total. Now, in going back, that changes our profit, doesn't it? Because that means that we would actually only have a profit of $20 if we've sold it for 130, and then obviously we would then put $20 back into our percentage profit formula to calculate our new percentage profit. Okay, so let's have a look at a few example questions that you may have to answer. So the first one, it says if I buy a car for $10,000, remember that's my cost price, and then I sell it for $8,000, that would be my selling price. Have I made a profit or a loss? Now remember that in order to calculate if you've made a profit or a loss, you simply have your selling price take away your cost price. So selling price take away cost price, I would have $8,000, and I would take away $10,000. This would leave me with negative $2,000. Therefore, I can say that it's actually a loss of $2,000. The next part says, what is the percentage profit or loss of the question above? So we're looking at a loss, and we know that in order to work out the percentage loss, we have our profit or loss, in this case $2,000. We divide that by the cost price, which was $10,000, and we times our answer by 100. And this is in fact going to give us a 20% percentage loss. Our third question says if a shirt has a marked price of $25 and a discount of 5 is applied, what's the selling price? Now remember, our selling price is equal to our marked price minus our discount. In this particular case, our marked price is $25, our discount is $5, therefore our selling price is going to be $20. And then the last bit says, what would the selling price be of the shirt be, including GST? So if the shirt is being sold for $20, remember that GST is 10% added on. Now 10% of $20 is $2, so this becomes $20 plus $2. Therefore, it's going to give me a total of $22 for the shirt. Okay, you're now going to have a go at some practice questions. They'll come up in a minute. Please feel free to pause the video and have a go at them, and when you think you've got the right answer, continue the video and we'll see how you went. Okay, so as stated, here are the practice questions. Please feel free to pause the video, and when you think you've got all the answers, continue the video and we'll see how you went. So the first question says, if I buy a car for $5,000, now remember this would be our cost price, and I sell it for $3,500, that's my selling price, do I make a profit or a loss? Now remember that if it's a profit or a loss, we need to do our selling price minus our cost price. Now if this happens to be negative, it's a loss. If it's a positive, it's a profit. So this actually becomes 3,500 minus 5,000, and we know straight away that's going to be negative $1,500. So this is in fact a loss. What is the percentage profit or loss of the question above? Well, remember that our percentage profit or loss is essentially our profit or our loss. So in this particular case, we're looking at a loss divided by our cost price. So this is 1,500 divided by our cost price, which was 5,000, and times by 100 to get our percentage. In this particular case, this would become a 30% loss. Our third question says, if a TV has a marked price of $250 and a discount of 25 is applied, what's the selling price? Now remember that our selling price is our marked price minus our discount. In this particular case, it's $250, take 25, and that's going to give us $225 as the selling price. The next question says, what would the selling price of the TV be, including GST? So the selling price, including GST, is actually $225 plus 10% of that $225. So this becomes $225 plus 22.5 or $22.50, and that would give us a total of $247.50.